It's 5:45 p.m., which means it's time for BCTV's Nightly News Roundup. I'm tonight's host, Roland Boyden, and this is 5:45 Live. Tonight, who likes your bird feeders a little too much? What the Commons has in store for you this week, why Guilford might be getting the big bucks, when you can expect to be dining out on the water again, where we took this show last Friday, and a whole lot more. All that in 15 minutes. So while Steve Guttenberg has his comeback, stick with us.
This is the time of year where we start seeing more of the animals around town. Actually, we had an incident the other night where a black bear was in town. We were notified of that, went up there and moved the bear out of the area. Again, black bears are wild animals, and they should not be approached by people. If they do happen to come into your backyard or in an area that you happen to be, the best thing to do is to leave them alone. Don't approach them. If you're inside, stay inside. If they're acting in a strange or aggressive manner, you should call the police department or Fish and Wildlife and leave that to those people to deal with.
Welcome to 5:45 Live. That's Lieutenant Bob Kirkpatrick of the Brattleboro Police Department. The emphasis is back on bears, as another one trundled into town last night. At 8 p.m. yesterday, I was up on Prospect Street when more than 20 people had gathered outside while Brattleboro police dealt with the furry intruder. One witness reported that the bear was not fully developed, comparing it to a large dog. Plenty of excitement still, though. It was wild. All the people and sirens and everything. There were no injuries, and that's counting the bear. So excellent. Homeowners in Brattleboro are urged to properly secure their trash and wait until later in the summer to put their bird feeders out when the black bear's period of post-hibernation consumption has passed. And if you do have your bird feeders out already, just make sure you bring them in at night. For more info on how to deal with urban-minded earth signs, you can visit the Center for Wildlife's information website at centerforwildlifeinformation.org/bebearaware. There you go. Moving on, right back to here. Heifer Weekend has come and gone, but not before thousands upon thousands of people descended down to Brattleboro to watch the cows march up Main Street. BCTV was out in full force providing live 4-camera coverage of the event with color commentators Chris Grodke and Steve West.
This is what it's all about, these beautiful animals who do so much for us.
16 heifers coming down the pike.
Oh, what a sweetie.
So this is a heifer-heavy portion of the parade. We'll be seeing the
it is called the Heifer Parade.
I get that, but there tends to mix in a lot of nonprofits and stuff. But this is where you'll see the stars of the parade, which indeed are the heifers, and many different kinds of cows that we'll describe to the best of our ability.
We got some good moves there.
We were also out 5:45 Live to celebrate Heifer Weekend. We went downtown when they closed off Main Street between High and Elliott Street for celebrations and sat right there downtown with everything going on in the background. Boy, was that a lot of fun. We're all here live on Main Street. They've closed down the street, and it's just a wild time here. So welcome to a special edition of 5:45 Live. Out in the field, remote broadcast. If we look a little bit fuzzy, it's because we're streaming over the internet. Take a look at this.
It's great. People are rolling in right now, rolling. The street's closed. We got, what's his name there up on the back? Hey, dude! Wave to the TV cameras for us, huh? Yeah, he's been doing a lot for us right here. Good man.
There's just about nothing better than doing a live remote broadcast. So keep an eye out in the future. We're going to try and do that as much as possible. Next in the pipeline, live from the Connecticut River. We're hoping to do that this week, possibly next. So keep an eye out for that for sure. Next in the news, the National Trust for Historic Preservation could land the Guilford Country Store as much as $25 grand. The store's nonprofit owners, Friends of Algiers Village Inc., are working overtime on the store's campaign, which relies on the votes of local residents to outflank the 100 other applicants vying for the top seed. You can vote for the Guilford Country Store at preservationnation.org. All one word, preservationnation.org. And before we move on any further, let's take a moment to do the weather. Our weather today is provided by the BUHS TV crew doing their news at Brattleboro Union High School. Let's see if we got them here.
Today it's going to be mostly sunny with a 20% chance of isolated showers and thunderstorms in this afternoon. It'll be a high of 79 and a low of 52. Tomorrow's going to have pretty much the same weather. Again, sunny with another 20% chance of showers and thunderstorms, but this time with a high of 84 and a low of 57. That's all from me. Now back to the desk.
You can see the complete broadcast of BUHS TV at 9:15 on Channel 10 live every morning, excluding Wednesdays when they get the day off. Broadcasts include school announcements, sports coverage, a sign language sign of the day, this day in history, and a whole lot more, all student-produced from script to screen. And moving on, for those of you missing the view from the deck of the Marina restaurant, the wait is almost over. My tireless news crew, Joe Bushy and Daryl Pillsbury, went out on the scene, and thanks to the magic of a video cell phone and Skype, Daryl?
Thanks, Roland. And we're here at the Marina. As you can see, the Marina's getting ready to go here on the 24th of this month, June. All you Marina fans, we will have Marinaville under the tent right here on site, whether that's ready or not. But we're going to have ourselves a Marinaville party right here. TSA will be there. It's going to be a blast. So as you can see, we're getting ready to go on the Marina here, and we can't wait. We just can't wait. After the big fire, it's been a big hole in the community, to be honest with you. I think a lot of people just can't wait to come down here, and the Pulse of Brattleboro will be there for the Marinaville Day. So catch us on the Pulse of Brattleboro if you want to see today's the 24th, Friday's activities. So for myself and my cameraman Joe, we hope you enjoy this little bit and get ready for the 24th, Marinaville. Yay, baby, we're all ready. Can't wait, Roland. Back to you in the studio.
All right, Gerald, that's a good cross nickname there. Thanks for checking in with us. Those guys are out just about every single day of the week gathering some information from you. So if you see them around town, flag them down, tell them your thoughts, and you might just get on 545 Live following up on that story. The restaurant was destroyed by a fire early last July, so we're all looking forward to the Marina reopening. And I think we'll get another update from them before that event. So anyway, it's Monday. Moving on, it's Monday, which means we have a sneak peek of the upcoming issue of the Commons. And I believe I've got news editor Randy Holhut here. Let's see.
Coming up in this week's issue, we got a few things of interest. A bunch of cows went walking through Brattleboro on Saturday, so we'll have lots of pictures of that in case you've forgotten what they look like. We have a feature about a pretty good concert. It's going to be on the grounds of the Brattleboro Retreat on Sunday. The Wyndham Orchestra is doing an interesting double bill. They're doing a premiere of a work by Derek Jordan called Wyndham Loops, and they're combining it with probably one of the most challenging pieces of the classical repertoire for orchestra to perform, Beethoven's Ninth Symphony, complete with 120 voice choir. So it's going to be quite a show. And in voices this week, we have another Yankee column. You kind of figured that. This time from Dan DeWalt, and you're going to either love this piece or hate it, but of course you'll read every word of it.
You can catch new new issues, I should say, of the Commons. They hit newsstands every Wednesday, and because they're doing it weekly now, which is very cool. Those are all free, but they also give away paid subscriptions, or offer paid subscriptions, which they could sure use if you're feeling like being a good community-minded citizen.
Go to www.commonsnews.org for information on how to become a member of Vermont Independent Media and support the Commons, our media mentoring project in Vermont Independent Media. That's www.commonsnews.org, and we thank you.
And with that, it's time to move on and check the events around town. With the Heifer Weekend come and gone, our calendar coverage department can take a small breather. We'll start with the Brattleboro Select Board for our calendar this week. The Select Board meets first and third Tuesdays of the month. Agenda items for tomorrow include a traffic light update, 2 more street closing permit applications, a review of the FY12 budget for water and sewer, and more. You can find agendas, minutes, and administrative reports for Brattleboro meetings at brattleboro.org. And if you missed the last meeting, we can catch you up.
Previously on the Brattleboro Select Board.
I don't know if it's directly on the agenda, but I also had a question.
It's not on the agenda, so.
I want to know what happened when I-91 was shut down.
There was an accident on I-91. It was a two-way traffic pattern on the bridge. and we don't know why, but actually a truck hit one of the barrels, which then a car then came by and actually came up onto the Jersey barrier. This happened about 1:32 a.m.
We had an $800,000 budget for last year, so we spent a good part of that.
The ordinance also says that there basically 2 times trash can be left, and that's when fines would kick in.
I so don't think we're ready for this, and I'm also in disagreement about what the town meeting's intent was for the recycling coordinators in the first place, because I really feel like it was about education and outreach and not about enforcement.
Seeing the dirt skating venues in town, I became activated in trying to help that happen somewhere.
You know, the question before the board is what risk you want to take on this. You can put your skating structures on our property, but you're going to say that you're going to hold us harmless if anything happens. That doesn't mean that you're not going to get sued. You can always get sued.
All right, that horse is dead.
You skipped select board committee reports?
Excuse me, I did, yeah. Select board committee reports?
I don't have one, I just...
Oh, good. Keeping me on my toes.
Well, we're talking about Select Board. Post Oil Solutions wants you at the next Select Board meeting tomorrow. Let's find out why. Here we go.
The bare outline of the proposal that we will present consists of 2 parts. One, that the Select Board appoint a committee to look into the creation of a task force and come back within 3 to 6 months with its findings and recommendations. I should add that there are already some 600 town and city groups doing just this kind of work. Secondly, that the Select Board endorse a town collaboration with Post Oil Solutions to develop a roadmap for transitioning the community's food sources away from its present heavy reliance on a largely imported fossil fuel dependent system to a community-based food system that is more resilient and sustainable. We hope that many of you will join us here at the Select Board meeting room, and if you can, please watch us on BCTV. Thank you.
The meeting starts tomorrow at 6:15 p.m. In the Select Board meeting room on the 2nd floor of this very building, 230 Main Street. And as always, BCTV will be providing live 3-camera coverage, 2 notches up the channel on Channel 10. And let's keep the calendar moving. There'll be a string quartet performing Franz Joseph Haydn's 3 Opus 24s at the Hooker Dunham at 7:30 p.m. this Wednesday. The bulletin promises gypsy melodrama and rollicking good fun. That's a good thing to promise. For more info, call 201-866-8741. And Thursday, the Brattleboro Community Justice Center is hosting a community forum on people who commit sex offenses. That's at the Brattleboro Union High School auditorium from 5:30 to 7:30 p.m. And when we return with this show on Wednesday, we'll find out what the Justice Center's Julie Eder talked about with Tim Johnson in relation to that event when he stopped in this downtown studio right here to host BCTV's Open Studio. You can email her, Julie Eder, at jetter, jetter@gmail.com for more information on that event. And if we missed your event, or you want more coverage than just me yammering away into a teleprompter, then email me, Roland Boyden, at roland@brattleboro.tv.org. That's Roland, R-O-L-A-N-D, at brattleboro.tv.org. And that knocks off the calendar coverage. Next, our BCTV schedule quick glance. Comcast cable houses BCTV at channels 8 and 10, and right after this show on channel 8 we have the Nature Expose Spring Has Sprung from 545 Live senior news correspondent Teresa Maggio, followed by, drum roll, the return of Naked Brattleboro with a new 10-minute episode entitled Dysfunction Junction. That starts at 6:20 p.m. on channel 8, and following that up is the complete broadcast of BUHS TV at 6:30 p.m. And over on the government side, we have the Vernon Select Board meeting live at 6:30 p.m. on Channel 10. And as always, you can find our complete schedule for both channels updated to the minute, along with live streaming and video on demand for all local programming at BrattleboroTV.org. And that's a full lid. But before you switch over to COPS, remember, we'll be back Wednesday with more fieldwork from Joe and Daryl, a very special weather update from yours truly, an in-depth look at the return of Naked Brattleboro, and a whole lot more. For BCTV and 545 Live, I'm Roland Boyden saying good night, everybody. Thanks for watching.